again. My name is Sumya Jo. I work as a mental health counselor in the local nonprofit organization. Currently, I am in the MBBS for my master degree. Today, here is our special guest, the Venerable Nandacara, for the having the benefit of the everyone here. Could you give a breathing introduction about yourself?
Well, okay, I will introduce myself as me, Nandacara. I'm currently in Sri Lanka. I'm doing my PhD research on Buddhist psychotherapy. Yeah, recent year I study Master of Buddhist Study in Sri Lanka, plus a Master of Buddhist Counseling in the University of Hong Kong. So yeah, I'm also a writer and often create the content creation, both podcast and everything. Yeah. So is it me? I'm often join here, and thank you so much for inviting us, Venerable Shin. Thank you. Yeah,
Thank
we can
you.
start the sections.
Thank you, Venerable. So today our topic is the psychotherapy value of loving kindness, metta. So this is because our upcoming the day the August 8th, uh, in the followed by the Myanmar traditional calendar is the full moon day or Wagong, recognized as the Metta Day in Burmese Mettacitta. It sounds like that it's expressing all the kindness and the hoping each other living kindness and the hopeful as that. So I would like to know when you're aware, uh, please explain the history or this day. How can we know about this day in detail?
Okay, thank you for the question. First, we need to know there is two Middle Day in Buddhist traditions. Wall Middle Day and our Myanmar traditional Middle Day, which is different. I mean, different in date. Um, Around the world, there's a growing recognitions or like needs for the collective healings and also mental balance. So, in response that many global Buddhist communities now observe the World Middle Day uh, each year on March 22nd. Especially many Tibetan Buddhist communities observe Middle Day, often led by His Holiness Dalai Lamas and other internationally respected teachers. Uh, this international observance brings together monks, lay people, plus meditators, wellness practitioners through online retreats and global chantings and meditations. Uh, Now, turning to Myanmar, the full moon days, or as you said, Wakao, which for this year's on August 8th, is traditionally recognized as Metta Day, that we call Metta Akadonate in Burmese Buddhist calendar. So this sacred observance came from the powerful episode in the times of the Buddha. At that time, there was a 500 monks having received the meditation instruction from the Buddhas, and they went to practice in the forest, maybe like near Himalayas. At that time, in the forest, in the jungle, the tree dwellings that we call ghosts and Dewa Nata, uh, hungry ghosts and Dewas are distracted by the monks and men's presence. So they create the fears and illness and nighty disturbance to push them away. You can imagine like neighborhood where the groups of restless and ruly individuals have taken over. So they constantly make loud noise and throw trash everywhere, like this. So just like that they were in the forest, so make these monks feel uncomfortable and constrained. They can't act wildly as they used to without the drawing attentions and disapproval. So out of their own discomforts and the desire to regain the unrestricted freedoms, these and truly individual mindset harassing through the newcomer monks. So difficult to meditate, and the monks return to the Buddha, and then the Buddha at that time give them the Karaniya Mitta Sutta. You may know Mitta Sutta in Burmese tradition we call Karaniya Mitta Sutta, which appears in the and in Sutta Nibbata, which is a concise and powerful teachings on loving kindness that we call Mitta. So and with this, the monks return to the forest and they're reciting meter in all directions and they're practicing meters. Then they were touched by their pure intention, pure meters, and they cease their harassments and begin offering even support. So through these peaceful and harmonious seasons, all 500 venerables attain enlightenment. They became arahanta. So because of this even occurred during the months of Wakam, the Wagong full moon came to know as the midday day, according to my understanding. So in Myanmar, this day is marked by the chanting the midday sutta, the midday retreats, or the Dhamma like this days and focus on love and compassion and bless forgiveness. That's important. So yeah, the spiritually metta remind us to release hatred and ego and cultivate peace and connections. Psychologically, yeah, we'll discuss about it later.
Yeah. Thank you, Benuri. This is a very interesting story. This
Yeah,
is my first time hearing about the how can be the Mirdadi in literation and calendar.
yeah, we have a
Uh,
long
so
history.
you so you say that in this story I can realize the power of Metta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mentor is very
So
powerful.
my second question is, for the someone who hasn't heard about Metta, how can we explain to them what Metta is?
That's beautiful. All right. But in our today's session, maybe all the birds will know about Meta, hopefully. But I will explain it briefly about if someone just hearing the word Meta for the very first time. Don't worry, it's actually very simple and very humans. Meter in English, loving kindness, which is a warm, sincere wish for the others to be safe, peaceful, and happy. Not only for the other, also for ourselves. So it's not something mystical or it's not very far away. It's just natural kindness. We all have meters already. So it's like silently thinking about, may you be well, may you be healthy, something like that when you see a stranger on the street, or maybe even yourself. Um, but in Buddhism, meter is more than just like kind of passing feeling. It's a deep, stable altitude. Because according to that sutta that I mentioned earlier, Karaniya Metta Sutta, in the Metta Sutta, we the sutta outline briefly 15 beautiful qualities of loving kindness. Mm, But I'm not explaining all the 15 to save the time. So, so the original polytons, the meanings are like sakko, sa uju, suhuju, these polyton communicator. So sakko means just capable of. You are competent in doing good things to the loved one. And uju mean honest, being honest, upright, something like that. And suhuju mean very honest, extra honest. And suwakal is easy to speak. They're willing to listen. And gentle, mudu, gentle. So you can imagine if someone is very gentle and easy to listen the needs of the others. Plus, he is very honest, and he willing to do something good to you, and he or she is capable to do the good. Oh, that meter is not just mere feeling, not just mere, you know, mm, like how we can say, not just mere emotions in psychological terms. And another thing I love is uh, anatimani, the Pali term is lovely, not proud. Even though you heard something, you trying to do something good for someone else. You're not
လုံးဝ
proud.
အင်္ဂလိပ်စာဌာနကြီးမှာသင်နေရပြီဆိုတော့
Okay, okay, we're gonna mute him. Can you mute it?
already already
All right, right. So anathemani, I come against here. Uh, you are not very proudful. You are being humble, even though you're uh, trying to give something good to someone else. And not worry. Sometimes when we say love to someone else and we are worrying, we are not very content. So in Metta, uh, Santosako is we are very easily satisfied. So they are totally 50. I'm not Chinese or so they are the reflections of the gentle reminder for anyone who went to war with the path of the middle. So with the heart of that safe, open, and peaceful. So yeah, over time, that simple practice can bring calm to the mind and kindness to our speech and stabilities to our relationships even. So that is the simple terms of the middle. I hope you can understand.
Is the come from the traditional term or metta. So in English, we translate it into the metta, loving kindness.
Yeah, loving
As you
kindness.
say here, the before, uh, English translation is loving kindness is correct.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I think, as you said this before, I think metta is beyond than that.
Beyond than that, right?
I would like to know more further about your opinions.
All right. It's just more than just being kind. And it's like in traditional meanings or mitter. Yeah, that's very insightful question. Thank you. So, like, I can give example like mitter is not just being nice or just being friendly when you feel like it. It is like kind of unshakable altitude of the good world and kind of inner wish that all being without expression maybe happy and at peace. So the myth there is not based on liking someone. Myth there ain't no have like in group and out group. So it's based on the it's not based on the like similarities and attractions or agreements. In fact, we're encounter and encouraged to radiate the meter, sending the meter towards someone else, and even toward people we dislike, even toward to our haters. So, or those who have harmed us. That will maybe that is quite difficult, but that become truly transformative. In contrast to what we often call love today, especially in popular culture, is frequently mixed with attachment, tanha, and clinging, upadana. So we may love someone deeply, but that love can turn into jealousy sometimes, you know, especially you may see in the relationship and fears, especially fears of abandonment or controlling someone. That is no matter. Um, it's very different from ordinary love. which often has boundary, you know, like we say, I love you, but not them. I just love you. I don't love them. So meter doesn't choose that fabric. So yes, while meter may look like kindness, love on the outside, its inner nature is like much more stable and selfless and inclusive. So it's a kind of love without fear, love with compassion, love without judgments, and peace without condition. So that is how traditionally how we understand meter and how it's quite different from that we call love and kindness in modern day. I hope you got something.
For the explanation. Uh, and I hear the what you say that meter is the beyond the left, normal left. I mean the
Mhm.
normal left, and I can we can suppress our meter for the our who our left who be led when the do the hater, even the hater. It's
Yeah,
a kind of just we say the positive thinking,
not really positive thinking. I mean, you mean positive thinking from the modern psychology, right? Positive psychology.
but here there's a question about the positive thinking. It's a kind of the positive thinking. Yeah,
Mm,
I realize that normally it's a kind of positive thinking.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So on the other hand, in modern day, we had another word for the positive thinking. Positive. That is, this is the thousand positivity.
All right, toxic
Yeah.
positivity, yeah.
So, what's the difference between this positive thinkings and nida?
Well, that's an important one. First, we need to clarify what is toxic positivity. Toxic positivity, I understand it that like one pursuit of positivity become unhealthy, that become poisonous. So when people uh, pressures to away, like just stay happy even in the face of real suffering, that we call toxic positivity. So this mindset can, I think, dismiss or invalidate the painful emotion. They just seeing the positive side, but just forgot about the painful thing, painful emotion. I mean, the negative side. So that mindset is kind of invalidation to our emotion, and sometimes it's create the guilties or shames or for the feelings of sad and angry and even scared. We human being, as you already know, we have six universal emotion. Primarily, we have six universal emotion. That is very human. Me either have kind of feeling or sad and angry. Sometimes anger, of course, very, and sometimes we scare. But it's not a shame. It's a human being. But that is the negative side of the human being. We need to invalidate these things. Um, Sometimes that positive D, I mean, toxic positive D discourage the authentic humans expression, authentic humans emotion. So that will lead to, I understand, as emotional repressions and even delay our healing. That is the toxic positive D. So it's negative D is seen as the failure. Sadness becomes something to hide, not something to understand. Meter is positive, we can say, but not like that. Meter doesn't force us to be cheerful. It doesn't say everything is fine, or it say like, even I will not, if I love someone, that means I will not abandon you. Even you are in pain, I will not abandon you. You are in pain though, like that. So it's whole suffering with gentleness and even with respect, without trying to erase someone's emotion. So in fact, why don't we say metta is realistic rather than positive, right? I believe that Buddhism is not really talk about the positive, not very optimism, but realistic. It's recognize that life includes the pain and respond not with denial, but with care for ourselves and care for our loved one. So metta gives us the strength to stay with difficult feeling without kind of drowning in them. So that's what I understand. So I would say metta is realistic. It's not positive.
Thank you for the explanation. I like the word. Metta is realistic, not positive. It's very
Yeah.
clear
Mm-hmm.
answer. Yeah. So if you say the metta is a kind source and non-judgment, just accept what you are feeling,
Mm-hmm.
the emotions. It's similar with our counseling therapy.
Mm-hmm.
As a counselor, we don't chase our client. Our client, uh, maybe the angry, even
Mm-hmm.
angry to us. Yes, it's I have. We can accept. We can accept this. Yes, you can angry. You can
Mm.
set. You can cry in front of me. That we create a safe place with our client.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
the this kind of the counseling is a kind of talking therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So we are saying it's similar to the metta. Uh,
Yeah, it's
can we
quite
say that?
similar.
Can we say that we can give metta to our client? The counselor give metta to our client. Can we say that?
Counselor must have kind of meet their altitude towards the clients. Without empathy, without loving kindness, how we can deal with our client suffering and how we can understand the suffering of the client, their emotional pain. And one thing we can say like the clients are lacking the meter, and if you don't give the meter, but in here, meter something clinical meta. We can say clinical meta because
Uh,
we still need to have the uh, like we still need to have the boundary with your clients, and we
okay.
only in in I don't know what kind of counseling practice you are practicing. I mean counseling theory in our cognitive behavioral therapy. We have termination, termination.
Yeah.
So to end the counseling session successfully, we need to love the client, plus we need to like kind of unshakable mind. That is
Upeka.
yeah, something beyond meter, that is upeka, but not neglecting the client. But we are not shaking our mind. It's not shaking. We're emotionally very stable with our client. That's why, and in CVT, when we maybe in second or third therapeutic session, we start trying to we are trying to start the termination procedures. Yeah, and I can answer with you with an example. There is a one Buddhist boss. We are saying Mittayana Mukhena Rago Vinchati. Sorry for the police. So that means sometimes loss or emotional attachment disguise itself as a mitta, which means we often mistakenly perceive our emotional attachments, or maybe like craving as mitta. So this means that how to say, if we use kindness to hide our fear, manipulate the other, is no longer metta. So in the counseling section, you can't manipulate to the clients. You
Oh
can
no, no way.
hide, you can hide your fears to the clients, or you can hide the fears of the client. So if so, it's become a kind of emotional bypassing. I'll give a counseling examples of something complicated to our audience. So I give you something example like in our daily life, in a relationship. Me as a monk, we don't have any romantic relationship, but you will know in the romantic relationship, they're saying, "I love you so much." I just want to do everything for you, what they often say. At first glance, it seems like metta, of course. But often underlying the motives are like a desire to be needed, a fears or abandonments, maybe expectations or love in return. In the relationship, they can't love by their side what they want. They're expecting or love in return. That is not true metta. I'm sorry for the young boys. It's a raga, it's attachment, hiding in the appearance of metta. And sometimes they say, I do whatever make you happy. I don't matter. They say like that. This look like the selfless love, but often it reflects low self-esteem, maybe low self-worth, or maybe need for the approval, maybe just because of he is fearing rejection. And in our family also, our parents, Burmese typical parents, they also saying like that, I don't want you to do that because I care about you, or my son. I don't want you to do that because I love you. Well, where our mothers and fathers often say, maybe your mother also. So this can happen in families and even in the marriage, or sometimes in teacher-student relationships also, that trying to control the other choice. Uh, but they claiming is love. The real problem, the so-called love become possessive belongingness. So true metta support the other growth and freedom and respect of the other need and yearning. So, but raga tries to blind them out of fears or ego. Yeah, now you can understand the metta.
Clinical metta.
Clinical
Another was
metta.
my favorite is the clinical metta. Yeah.
Yeah, counseling clinical metta. Yeah,
Counseling, counseling clinical metta. Yeah, it's a
yeah.
good one. So I would like to move further about the counsel related between the counseling, therapy, and metta. As today, the mindfulness is used as a tool in the therapy session. So I
Mm-hmm.
just say that metta can use the therapeutic tool in the counseling session or therapeutic session. Get me the same example, and if we use it, can we use we can use the media as a therapeutic tool in uh, counseling session. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of the mental problem can we heal with media?
Oh, so I think the main questions for today topics,
Yeah,
psychotherapeutic values of metta. Yes, let's start with the mindfulness. So many years back over the past few decades, you can say. So mindfulness, especially under the umbrellas TENS or CBT, mindfulness has become a core part of the many therapeutic systems. Like the most famous ones is MBSR, mindfulness-based stress reductions, and MBCT, which is comes under the cognitive therapy, mindfulness-based cognitive therapy. And my PhD research is DBT, dialectical behavior therapy. So these are the famous mindfulness practices. So this approach have helped people to manage the stress, anxieties, plus traumas and emotional dysregulation. Uh, that mindfulness we are saying, and in modern psychotherapy, we're saying first generation mindfulness. So, but alongside the mindfulness, they are adding the another powerful like powerful tools from the Buddhist traditions, uh, which is gaining attention like metta and karuna, that especially in our uh, mindfulness, uh, second generation mindfulness intervention. Mm, these days I'm doing like kind of scoping review with my colleagues from the King College London. So when we are reading about the second generation mindfulness, we're seeing some kind of metta based therapies and also compassion based therapy. So clinical studies on loving kindness meditation that they call LKM, loving kindness meditation, that show that it can reduce self-criticism and ease depressions, and what they say is increase the social connections and soften the effect of the trauma, especially for the PTSD. So they show improvements in that way. But me and my colleagues, we have one understanding is that if they say about standalone metta practice means just only metta meditations and just sending metta standalone without adding any mindfulness or without adding any kind of Buddhist sila, what we say is behavioral things, ethical concerns. So if so, we don't agree as the second generation mindfulness. And another controversy between our Buddhist traditional understanding of metta and the Western psychological understanding of metta is that they are believe. I mean, Western psychology, when they are doing Buddhist intervention, they believe that metta is kind of ethics. Based on your ethic, you're practicing, you're loving someone. That is, they believe that that is ethical. But we as a Buddhist, we don't believe the metta as the ethic. We believe the metta as how we say metta as the kind of concentration, samadhi. So yeah, that is a difference. The first thing. The second thing what you ask is uh like kind of what kind of mental issue we can heal it, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Did you ask that? All right. So first, you may all know that we Burmese saying, for those who receive the lack of metta are easy to mentally ill. We call hunger for metta. I would say
Em
Burmese.
có biết nhé. Biết
Metta
nghe
nghe.
từ.
Metta
À,
nghe too. Yeah, for those who hunger for the mittas are easy to mentally ill. That's what Burmese traditional belief is. For example, in people with PTSD, loving kind of practice have been shown to reduce the symptom by their PTSD symptom by creating the safety within the emotional system. So it's Metta helps rebuild a gentle and like kind of compassionate relationship with oneself and the other, especially after deep emotional wounding. Therefore, Metta also show promise for those struggling with PTSD and also anxiety. As I already said that mittas and worries are different. Now, anxiety is something related to the worries and attachments and these things, right? So anxieties and plus depressions. As my PhD studies is focused on the borderline personality disorder, BPD, which involve unstable relationships and intense emotion. So for them, middle altitude can help and develop. And some people with melancholia. I think this time there's no melancholia. Melancholia is the something kind of mental disorder names in the past. It's something nowadays can under the major depressive disorder. So like they have the chronic shames, the chronic grief, and angers, and and guilties. This so how does it works is in the brain, and the middle debate was called the affiliated emotion system. So the part of as I'd say that's respond to safety, warmth, and the care. So middle train us to include ourselves in kindness. Kindness and that often missing from traditional therapy. Uh, in I mean, traditional therapy means traditional modern psychotherapy. We often miss this part. So the simple phrase like "May I be well," "May I be safe," or "May I be free from suffering," can start to change the deep-rooted patterns of like kind of harshness and especially for self-judgment, right? What we say in psychology, in counseling, what you are saying, self-judgment is what inner voice or something like I don't know. Yeah. So in this way, to answer your question, Metta, yes, has a great potential as the therapeutic approach, whether used alongside mindfulness or as a foundation on its own, it can bring warmth to healing in the world where many feel cold inside, hunger for the Metta. So it's not just about feeling good, it's about learning how to care, how to do the self-care where they are saying self-care, so gently,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
wisely. Yeah, this is it is what it
Mm.
is, Metta.
It's similar that today we are talking in therapeutic way that you may learn you can learn yourself.
And what they are saying like
Love yourself as self-care, self-esteem,
mhm.
set affirmation, such as made you can say set affirmation. May I
Yeah,
free from self for instance is similar to the self affirmation to improve our self-esteem,
yeah.
self-confidence.
But I understand for those who have psychological backgrounds and they have psychoeducations, no problems. But some people in general, uh, how do they understand self-care, self-love as what they're saying? Self-love is I feel like self-children. Self-children mean, okay, I gotta do whatever I want. I gonna do what made me happy. I don't care. That is kind of self-children. You just follow your emotion. Self-love is more than self-children.
Could you give us an example about that? The difference between the self-cherish and the self-love.
You know, sometimes people are saying, I need to follow self-love.
Um,
And then what they are doing is self-cherish. Self-cherish means they eat whatever they want. This is self-care, self-love, and they eat whatever they want. If they want to sleep, just sleeping, don't do anything. And then they eat. They don't care about their physical bodies, and they don't care about body weight. They're just doing what they are happy. What if something make them happy, they just choosing it. They just follow it. That's kind of following the emotion. But self-love is different. Sometimes, even though we want to eat something, but we don't eat because of we love ourselves. We know that will harms our health. So sometimes I really want to eat, mm, burger here. Sometimes I want to go to McDonald's to eat burgers, but I know that will be harmful to my health. So stay away. That's a self-love.
Thank you. I'm clear.
Right,
Not right now. I clear
right,
right now.
right.
So thank you for sharing all of that with that. It was so educational. I have learned a lot So what is the difference between the true metta, true self-love
Mhm.
from the, it's so different from the attachments, the scratches, something like that. I have learned a lot from you today.
Mhm.
Thank you
Right.
for your review. Uh, for the last thing, would you give me some advice to us who want to practice metta? We say in Pali, metta bhavana.
Metta bhavana.
Uh, could you give some advice to practice metta bhavana?
Oh, you mean how to practice metta
Yeah, how to
bhavana?
practice metta.
All right, all right. So metta bhavana is not just sitting meditation. It's not like that, right? Uh, something like metta bhavana, I would say, you can practice in many positions. Uh, yeah, many people, especially younger ones, like you, hesitate to take meditation, right? So they think they need to become some spiritual or religious things. But Metta doesn't ask for perfections. It's only ask for uh, sincerity, I would say. So you don't need special knowledge or you don't need special equipment to practice Metta. So that you only need to movements of or stillness and simple wish from the heart. So the traditional way to begin Metta is with a few gentle phrases. For example, uh, just sitting quietly and saying inwardly. Maybe you can say uh, verbally or just in your mind, like, may I be well, may I be safe, may I be peaceful, or may I be free from suffering. These are not affirmations, okay? To convey yourself. These are not affirmations to convey yourself. Whether you're saying, mm, what to say, manifestations or I don't know, law of attractions. Or it's not like that. They are offerings of care, like water receipt inside your own heart. It's like it is kind of nourishing your mind. So when they feel neutral, you can extend that phrase to someone you love. Then then later to the neutral person, maybe your neighbors, and then when to even you can do to someone difficult, and eventually to all beings everywhere. So what's beautiful is that Metta doesn't need a formal meditation cushion. I use the term like on cushions and off cushion. So Metta can practice off cushion. You don't need to sit. No, or you can practice it while walking, or even when you're driving, or while lying in the bed at night. My practice is every day, every morning, when I go to school, on my 3 weeks, I just sending sending meters toward the loved ones and radiating my meter to all being. I got 15 minutes, So in this 15 minutes, first I chant the Karaniya Mettacitta, plus I'm uh, spreading my meter to all beings. So even just pausing in your day to think, may this person be happy. That's meter. So may you all be happy. Now I radiate the meter to you all.
I can accept. So thank you for your explanation details. I have as I talked about the before, I have learned a lot today.
Yeah.
Uh, so uh, may I may I invite the Sam Then you refer all the participants to ask questions to you.
Yeah, give them chance.
Yes. Today I can see the message in the chat box. The message wants to ask you the same question. So Lois does the question and answer session. Yes, Minya do. So I have a question then. You can ask freely. When you
I think
answer, when you is happy to answer your all question.
it's not odd. Maybe never the crazy because of they have the time limitation.
Yeah, that is a handwriting the Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. You want to discuss something? Asking question?
Hello, Venerable.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
I don't see you.
Your
I just hear
presentation is
your voice.
so
Yeah.
yes. Your presentation is so thoughtful to me.
Thank
But
you.
I have some confused to your presentation.
Mm-hmm.
In my thought, to ask you in English, it is a little difficult for me. So
Yeah, you can ask in Burmese. Why not?
yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Because this is very very how can I say, very important to us.
All right.
တပည့်တော်ကဥဝါယမပါခုနကစားတာရှင်ပြရဲ့စောက်တွေလည်းဖတ်ဖို့ပါတယ်ခုနကပြောတော့တဲ့ presentation ထဲမှာတပည့်တော်တစ်ခုပေါ်လေနောက်ဆုံးမှမရှင်းတာလေးရှိလို့အဲ့ဒါလေးကိုအရင်စားပြီးတော့မေးချင်တာအဲ့ဘာလဲဆိုတော့ဒီမေတ္တာကိုဘာဝနာကိုဘယ်လိုပွားများရမလဲအဲ့ဒီလိုပွားများဖို့အတွက်ထူးထူးခြားခြားtechnique တွေသိเสียမလိုဘူးအဲ့ဒါလိုများပြောလိုက်သလားလို့ပြီးတော့နားမရှင်းလိုက်လို့ပေါ့ဗျာ
Okay. မေတ္တာတပြောတော့မေတ္တာပွားများမယ်ပေါ့ဒါမေတ္တာ meditation လုပ်မယ်ဆိုရင်တော့တစ်မျိုးပေါ့နော်မေတ္တာပွားများမယ်ဆိုတော့ဘာမှထူးထူးသိစရာမလိုဘူးတပြောတော့အဲ့လိုပဲနားလဲတယ်ဘာကြောင့်မလို့လဲဆိုတော့မေတ္တာဒီသူဒီ universal ဖြစ်တယ်universal practice ဖြစ်တယ် but ဒါပေမဲ့အရှင်ဗျာ tradition မှာတက်ကြည့်ရင်တော့ဥပမာ like ဝိတ္တုဒ္ဓိမတ်လိုမျိုးမှာတက်ကြည့်ရင်ဆို teacher instruction ရှိတယ်ဝိတ္တုဒ္ဓိမတ်မှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ရှင်ဗျာမေတ္တာဘယ်လိုပွားရဲဘယ်လိုအရင်ပွားရဲစသည်အဖြစ်ဆို instruction ရှိတယ်တပည့်တော်မမအောင်ဆိုရင်ကမ္မထာနဲ့နေဒေတာရမှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အဲ့ဒီမေတ္တာရောတခြားသောအရာတွေရောတမျက်နှာစီလောက်လေးတွေပါတယ်အဲ့ဒီ instruction လေးတွေပေါ့ but general publish မှာ lay people တွေနေ့စဉ်ပွားမှာအသုံးပြုရ and especially တပည့်တော်အခုပြောတာကclinical usage နဲ့စိတ်ကျန်းမာရေးလိုအပ်တဲ့လူတွေအတွက်ဆိုတော့တပည့်တော်တို့အဲ့ဒါတွေသုံးမှာမဟုတ်ဘူးအဲ့ဒီအစားအရင်ဆုံးကိုအရင်ဆုံးမေတ္တာထားတတ်အောင်ပြီးလို့ရှိရင်သူများကိုမေတ္တာပို့တတ်အောင်အဲ့လိုမျိုးလောက်ပဲအရင်ဆုံးသုံးပါတော့ဒါကြောင့်မလို့ခက်ခဲမလို့ပေါ့
အဲ့လိုမျိုးလုံးမယ်အဲ့လိုမျိုးကျင့်သုံးမယ်ဆိုရင်ခုနကဦးစင် presentation လုပ်သွားတဲ့အထဲမှာလို့ပေါ့ realistic loving kindness လို့တပည့်တို့ကခေါင်းစဉ်တက်လို့ရမလားပေါ့ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုတော့တပည့်တို့ဒီအထဲမှာသူကလည်းနိပကောလေမေတ္တာပို့ရဲဆိုတာပညာနဲ့ရှင်ပြီးတော့မှရင့်ကျက်တဲ့အသိပညာရှိမှမဟုတ်လို့ရှင်ခုနကတပည့်တို့ပြောသွားတဲ့အထဲမှာလည်းပါတယ်attach ဖြစ်သွားမှာကို attach ဖြစ်တာဖြစ်စဉ်ဖြစ်မယ်ဒါမှမဟုတ်ဆိုလို့ရှင်အခြားကိုပို့သားလိုက်တဲ့လူတယောက်ပေါ်မှာသွားပြီးတော့ attach ဖြစ်မှာအဲ့ဒီရာဂသာဆက်ပြီးတော့ဖြစ်နေမယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တို့ကမေတ္တာဘက်ကိုမရောက်ဘဲနဲ့ရှစ်တာဘက်ကိုရောက်သွားမှာပေါ့တမတို့အဲ့လိုတော်နားလည်လိုက်တာပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်မလို့တို့စိတ်ထဲမှာမရှင်းဘူးပေါ့တမဖေ
မမဥမာဘောနော်my borderline personality clients တွေမှာအဲ့ဒီပြဿနာရှိတယ်BPD clients တွေကဘာဖြစ်လဲဆိုတော့ extreme belief share သူ polarize ဖြစ်တယ်ပေါ့သူတို့တွေကတနည်းအားဖြင့်ပြော polarize ဆိုအစွန်းရောက်တယ်ပေါ့နာမည်ကသူ့နာမည်က borderline လေနော်အစွန်းရောက်တဲ့စိတ်ပိုင်းဆိုင်ရာပြဿနာရှိတဲ့အခါမှာ relationship မှာတစ်ဖက်မှာသူတို့အရန်ချစ်တယ်တစ်ဖက်မှာကျတော့ အရန်မုန်းတယ်တနည်းအားဖြင့်သူတို့ချစ်တယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လည်းအရန်ချစ်တယ်မုန်းတယ်ဆိုလည်းအရန်မုန်းတယ်သူတို့ကအလွန်အမင်းတွေပဲဖြစ်နေတာပေါ့ပုံမှန်လေးမဖြစ်နိုင်နေဘူးမဖြစ်နိုင်နေတဲ့အတွက်ဘာအဲ့ဒါဘာကြောင့်မလို့သူတို့အဲ့ဒီပြဿနာဘယ်ကနေလာလဲဆိုသူတို့ရဲ့ cognition ကနေလာတာသူတို့ရဲ့သိမှုကနေလာသူတို့ရဲ့သိမှုကနေလာတဲ့အတွက်သူတို့ရဲ့အသိဉာဏ်မှာအရှင်ဘုရားပြောတဲ့စကားလုံးလဲဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ပညာပေါ့โอเคသူတို့ရဲ့ပညာပိုင်းဆိုင်ရာမှာပြဿနာရှိနေတယ်အဲ့ဒီပြဿနာကြောင့်မလို့သူကအရန်ချစ်တယ်အရန်မုန်းတယ်ဆိုတဲ့အမျိုးပြဿနာတွေဖြစ်တာအဲ့ဒီမှာ relationship တွေမှာလုံးဝ stable မဖြစ်ဘူးတခါတလေသူတို့ကသူများကို manipulate တအားလုပ်တာမျိုးတခါတလေကြတော့လေသူများကိုသူကအရန် attach လုပ်တာမျိုးအဲ့ဒီခါမှာဘာပေါ်လာလဲဆိုရင်သူတို့စွန့်ပစ်ခံရမှာကြောက်တာတို့သူတို့ထားတော့မှကြောက်တာတို့ဒါမျိုးတွေဖြစ်တယ်သူတို့ရဲ့အပေါင်းအသင်းတွေနဲ့ကြားထဲမှာဆိုတော့တနည်းအားဖြင့်မေတ္တာကိုလွယ်လွယ်ဘယ်လိုလဲမေတ္တာကိုအရှင်များပြောတဲ့စကားလုံးနဲ့ပါလဲပညာနဲ့ကြာကြာနာနာမသုံးနိုင်နေဘူးပေါ့
ဒါမှနိပကပါဗျာ
ပညာနဲ့ကြာကြာနာနာမသုံးနိုင်နေတဲ့ခါမှာတစ်ဖက်မှာလည်းသူတို့ရဲ့အတိမှုဖြစ်စဉ်တစ်ခုလုံးကမောကမဖြစ်နေတယ်တနည်းအားဖြင့်သူတို့မှာပညာပိုင်းဆိုင်ရာတော်တော်ကြီးကျယ်ပြဿနာတက်နေတယ်ဆိုတော့အဲ့ဒီလူကိုတပည့်တော်တို့ကကုသမဲ့ခါဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တပည့်တော်ရဲ့ theory အရပေါ့နော်တပည့်တော်ရဲ့ theory အရတော့သူတို့ကိုပညာနဲ့တပည့်တော်အရင်ဆုံးသူတို့ရဲ့အသိဉာဏ်ပညာတွေပြောင်းလဲဖို့ရအတွက်အရင်ဆုံးမကြိုးစားဘူး။ဘာကြောင့်လဲဆိုသူတို့မှာအဲ့လိုမျိုးပြဿနာဖြစ်တဲ့လူကမနေ့ကဖြစ်ပြီးဒီနေ့မှပျောက်သွားတာမဟုတ်တနေ့ကမှဖြစ်လာခဲ့တဲ့လူတွေမဟုတ်သူတို့ကနှစ်ပေါင်းများစွာသူတို့ရဲ့အသိဉာဏ်တွေမှာအဲ့လိုပြဿနာကြီးဖြစ်နေတယ်။ဆိုတော့တနည်းအားဖြင့်အဲ့ဒီအသိတွေကသူတို့စိတ်ထဲမှာစွဲနေတာဆိုတော့အရှင်ဘုရားပြောလိုက်တဲ့စကားတစ်ခွန်းနဲ့ဘယ်တော့မှပြောင်းတော့မှာမဟုတ် client ကဆိုတော့အဲ့တော့ဘာလုပ်ရလဲဆိုတော့ client ရဲ့ behavior တွေပြောင်းတော့အောင်လုပ်ခိုင်းရတယ်ပြီးတော့သူတို့စိတ်တွေ calm ဖြစ်လာအောင်သူတို့စိတ်တွေနူးညံ့လာအောင်အဲ့ဒါအရင်ပြောင်းခိုင်းရတယ်နောက်တစ်ဆင့်မှာတော့ okay cognition ကိုတွားတဲ့အခါမှာဆိုရင်တော့အဲ့ဒါဆိုတော့မေတ္တာနဲ့ဥတည်ပြီးမတွားတော့ဘူးတခြားသောပညာပိုင်းဆိုင်ရာကိစ္စတွေဥပမာဝိပဿနာအတိလိုမျိုးတခြားသောဉာဏ်ပညာကိုတိုးတက်စေတဲ့အရာတွေကိုပဲဒီလိုတော့တွားတော့အဲ့ဒီခါကျရင်တော့သူတို့တွေဒီမှန်မှန်ကန်ကန်ရှင်များပြောသလိုချစ်တတ်သွားလိမ့်မယ် but at the beginning we can't start with ပညာပေါ့အဲ့လိုပြောရမယ်ရှင်များ
ဓမ္မဗျာဘာပြောဒါကတော့ရှင်ဘုရားရဲ့ opinion ရှင်ဘုရားရဲ့ theory လို့ပြောလို့တို့တော့လက်ခံပါတယ်အဲ့တော့တို့နောက်ဆုံးမေးခွန်းလေးတစ်ခုမေးချင်တာတို့အခုတလောကလေးတွေကိုစာသင်ရတာမရဏတဏ္ဍဇောနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးသင်ရတာဗျာတူတူဆန်းဆန်းပဲဒီမရဏတဏ္ဍဇောနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးစတင်ကြတဲ့ကတို့2ယောက်ရှိသွားတယ်တို့နဲ့အဆက်အသွယ်ရတာကို suicide လုပ်ရှင်နေတဲ့လူအဲ့ဒီလူတွေအကုန်လုံးကလည်းသီလလည်းစောင့်တည်ကြတယ်ဒီဒါနကုသိုလ်တွေဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လည်းလုပ်တယ်တကယ်အလောက်ကလည်းဖိအားပေးတာလည်းမဟုတ်ဘူးတယောက်ကတော့ဒါမိသားစုဖိအားပေါ့ဗျာဓမ္မအဲ့လိုမျိုးဖြစ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါနဲ့ပြီးတော့သူတို့မေတ္တာတရားအခုမင်းကသူများအကျိုးစီးပွားကိုလိုလားတယ်မမိဘညီကိုမောင်နှမဆရာသမားဘာသာတရားအားလုံးနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးအကျိုးစီးပွားလိုလားတယ်တိုးတော်လည်းပဲကိုကြတော့မင်းကမေတ္တာထားဖို့အားနည်းနေတာပေါ့အဲ့လိုနဲ့ပြီးတော့သူ့ကိုပြီးတော့ဒီဘုရားဒေသနာတော်တွေပြီးတော့နိုင်တဲ့လောက်နည်းနည်းလေးနားလေတဲ့လောက်သူ့ကိုရှင်းပြလိုက်တော့သူ့စိတ်ပိုင်းဆိုင်ရာကတော့အဆင်ပြေသွားတယ်ဖေ။အဆင်ပြေသွားတယ်တိုးတော်လည်းပဲပြီးတော့စိတ်ထဲမှာဗာကြံခဲ့လဲဆိုတော့အဲ့ဒီလိုစကားတွေ2ယောက်တိတိကနေကြားလာတဲ့အချိန်မှာပြီးတော့စိတ်တွေကဇဝေဇဝါတွေဖြစ်သွားတာဇဝေဇဝါတွေဖြစ်ပြီးတော့တခါတလေကြလို့ရှိရင်ကိုပို့နေတဲ့မေတ္တာပို့နေတာတော့မှစိတ်ကဟိုရောက်သွားလိုက်ပြန်ပြီးပူပန်တဲ့စိတ်တွေပေါ့ဗျာကိုတပည့်တွေမှာပူလိုက်အဲ့ဒီလူတွေကိုတော်ပြီးတော့တတိယလိုက်အဲ့လိုမျိုးဖြစ်တာပြီးတော့စိတ်တွေကခုနကလိုစကက်တာဖြစ်နေတာပေါ့ပြန့်နှံ့နေတာအဲ့လိုမျိုးတွေဖြစ်ပြီးတော့ဘယ်လိုပြောမလဲမငြိမ်းပေါ့မငြိမ်းအဲ့လိုမျိုးဖြစ်နေတာပေါ့ဗျာဓမ္မဆိုတော့ဒီလိုတစ်ခါတလေကြလို့ရှိရင်တပည့်တော်စဉ်းစားကြည့်တယ်ဒါဆိုရင်ငါသူတို့ပေါ်မှာ attach ဖြစ်နေရလားဆိုတော့တပည့်တော်နဲ့သူတို့နဲ့တကယ်တော့မဆိုင်ဘူးသူတို့နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့လည်းတပည့်တော်အဲ့လောက်ထိမတွေးဘူးဒါပေမဲ့ဒီလိုမျိုးကိုနေတူကလှုပ်တဲ့ကုသိုလ်ကောင်းမှုတွေလှုပ်ပြီးရွတ်ဆရာရှိတာလေးတွေရွတ်မေတ္တာပို့ပြီးတော့လို့ရှိရင်ရေစက်ချအမျှဝေလှုပ်ပြီးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အဲ့ဒါတွေပေါ်လာတာပေါ့ပေါ်လာပြီးတော့စိတ်ကပြန့်လွင့်သွားနေတာပေါ့ဗျာဓမ္မအဲ့ဒါတပည့်တော်သိစင်တာတပည့်တော်သူများဟိုသာမေတ္တာလို့ပြောနေတာကိုမေတ္တာထားဖို့များ မေတ္တာထားနည်းများမကြတာလားတပည့်တော်ကိုများမေတ္တာထားဖို့မေ့နေတာလားအဲ့ဒါလိုမျိုးပေါ့နော်တန်တရားဖြစ်တာပေါ့အဲ့ဒါလေးနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးဒါကတော့စင်ဖျားအနေနဲ့တပည့်တော်ဟိုအကြံဉာဏ်လေးလည်းပေးပြီးတော့တပည့်တော်အဲ့ဒါလေးပြပြပေးပါအောင်ဖေဒီမှာကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်ဖေ
မှန်ပါတပည့်တော်တော့လေတပည့်တော်စိတ်ကျန်းမာရေးနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးမှtraining တွေပေးတယ်စာတွေသင်ပေးတယ်တပည့်တော်ကိုယ်တိုင်လည်းစိတ်ကျန်းမာရေးနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့အလုပ်ကိုတပည့်တော်အဓိကထားပြီးလုပ်တယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒါပေမဲ့တပည့်တော် counselor မလုပ်ဘူး counselor မလုပ်တဲ့အတွက် counselor ဟိုဘယ်လိုပြောမလဲတပည့်တော်မှာတော့အဲ့လိုအရှင်ဘုရားပြောတဲ့ experience မျိုးမရှိဘူးပေါ့ counselor မလုပ်တဲ့အတွက်ဘာကြောင့်မလို့ counselor မလုပ်တယ်လဲဆိုတော့တပည့်တော်ကတော့လူတွေကိုမေတ္တာရှိလို့ counselor မလုပ်တာ counselor မလုပ်တာမေတ္တာရှိလို့ဆိုcounselor လုပ်တဲ့ခါမှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အရေးကြီးဆုံး counseling ethic တစ်ခုရမှာပါရရှိတယ်။ဘာလဲဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကိုကအရင်ဆုံးတွေ့ရမှာ client ရဲ့ပြဿနာကိုကြားရပြီနားထောင်ပြီးသိပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တကယ်မေတ္တာရှိရဆိုရှင်များခုနမေတ္တာတုံးဝင်လာတဲ့အတိုင်းပဲတက်ကောဖြစ်လာတွေ့ရမှာ okay is my capability or not ပေါ့ငါစွမ်းနိုင်လားမစွမ်းနိုင်လားပေါ့ဒီအကြောင်းအရာပေါ့ and then ဟုတ်တယ်ဘာပြန်တွေ့ရမလဲဆိုဥစုဖြစ်လာသူဟူစုဖြစ်ရမှာကိုကဟိုမစွမ်းနိုင်ဘူးဆိုဒါငါမစွမ်းနိုင်တဲ့အရာပေါ့စွမ်းနိုင်တယ်ဆိုလဲကိုစွမ်းနိုင်တဲ့အရာပေါ့သူဟူစုဖြစ်တာဟာတော်တော်လေးကိုတေချပြီလားငါတကယ်ကိုမှလုံနိုင်မဲ့အရာဟုတ်လားမဟုတ်လားကိုကလည်းကိုပြန်ပြီးစစ်ဆေးရမှာမလုံနိုင်တဲ့ဟာဆိုတော့မလုံရတော့တော့မထီရတော့ပေါ့ခုနကsuicide လိုမျိုးကြတော့ဒါကတော်တော်ပြင်းထန်တဲ့စိတ်ပိုင်းဆိုင်ရာအကြောင်းအရာတွေဖြစ်လာပြီပေါ့တနည်းအားဖြင့် risk factors တွေအရင်များလာပြီ counselor အတွက်ကောအထူးသဖြင့်တော့ client အတွက်ပေါ့ risk များလာပြီဆိုတော့အဲ့ဒါလို့ရှိရင်တော့ဟိုမစွမ်းနိုင်ဘူးဆိုတပည့်တော် counselor ဆိုတော့တပည့်တော်ဘာတင်ပေးလဲဆိုတော့ refer ပဲ refer ဆိုသူများစီလွှဲလိုက်ကိုဟိုသူများစီလွှဲလိုက်ပဲအဲ့ဒါမလုပ်ရင်ဘာဖြစ်တာလဲဆိုတော့အဲ့မှာ transfer counter transfer ခံရတာပဲအဲ့ဖြစ်လို့ရှိရင်တပည့်တော်အခြေဝေးတော့မပြောတော့ဒါ counseling တင်တယ်မဟုတ်တဲ့အတွက်တော့အဲ့ဘာဖြစ်လဲဆိုတော့အဲ့မှာ counter transfer ဖြစ်တယ်ဆိုတာကသူရဲ့ပြဿနာတွေကိုစီရောက်လာကိုစီရောက်လာပြီကိုစီရောက်လာပြီကိုတန်တရားတွေဖြစ်တယ်ဟာငါလုပ်ပေးရမယ်အစင်မပြေလို့လားသူငါဘာတွေလုပ်အပ်နေလို့လဲအဲ့လိုဖြစ်ကုန်တတ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါအဆိုးဆုံးပဲဒါကြောင့်မလို့ counseling တင်တဲ့အခါမှာတော့ Buddhist counseling မှာလည်းပြောလို့တင်ပေးတဲ့အခါမှာဆိုရင်counselor ethic ကိုပြောတဲ့အခါမှာဆိုအဲ့ဒီဗြဟ္မဝိဟာရတွေကိုထည့်ပြောတယ်ဗြဟ္မဝိဟာရသူတို့မေတ္တာထားယုံနဲ့ထားမှာမဟုတ်ဘူးခဏလို့တက်ကောဖြစ်လာကွာကိုပြန်စစ်ကြည့်ရမှာโอเคသူတို့ကတကယ်သူတို့ရဲ့အကျိုးလိုလားတယ်ဆိုငါတကယ်ဥစုဖြစ်လာသူတို့ရဲ့အကျိုးဆိုတာဘယ်တော့အကျိုးကိုငါစွဲနိုင်လဲဗောဒါတွေအကုန်လုံးစစ်လိုက်တယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကိုယ်စီပြန်မလာတော့အဲ့ပြဿနာတွေကပြန်မလာတော့ဆိုတာသူတို့ပြဿနာတွေကိုတာဝန်မယူတာမဟုတ်ဘူးလေကိုမစွဲနိုင်တဲ့အရာတွေတမရင်ကိုပြီးသွားမှာပေါ့ဆိုတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးဗျာဆိုတော့တပီတော့အရှင်ဘုရားမေးတဲ့မေးခွန်းတော့ဓာတ်ရိုက်မဖြေသွားဘူးအရှင်ဘုရားမေတ္တာကမားနေလို့လားနည်းနေလို့လားဘာဖြစ်လို့လားဆိုတော့မဖြေသွားဘူးအဓိကအရှင်ဘုရားကိုတပီတော့ဖြေတာအဲ့တော့ရ counter transferring ဖြစ်တတ်တယ်ဟိုတတိထားဟိုအဲ့ဒီဟာကိုပဲတပီတော့အဓိကဖြေချင်တာပါဗျာ
ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်ဗျာ
မှန်ပါဗျာ
Yeah, Mr. Thomas is already raised his hand. Please get the time.
Yeah,
Please.
Thomas.
Maybe the wrong person.
Yes, Mr. Thomas, your mic is off. Thomas, please switch on your mic. Thomas.
Moderator.
ရှင်ဖျားတပည့်မှာတာလိုက်မိလိုက်ရမလားဖျား
Wait, Thomas waiting for a long time, I think. Now he can.
Yeah.
Can I speak now?
Yeah, go on.
Can you see me?
No.
No, we can't see Siaji. Siaji, your video and mic Please switch on. Jaji, please. Something around. Touch your sacred and you can
Yes,
switch
but
on your
you
video.
cannot open the video. My video
Yeah.
stopped.
It's
Touch
okay.
on
I
your
can remember
sacred.
you. Okay,
The
okay.
moderator,
Now we go.
moderator doesn't allow. Anyway,
He is coming.
no, okay, 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 okay.
Mhm.
Ashimpia, thank you for your nice explanations. What I want to mention just briefly, your explanation in the West, we have this problem, as you
Mhm.
might know, that this raga and the metta is confused.
Confusing. Yeah.
Yeah. That is all the people, when you speak of
Love.
love, then they have this raga conception. Now, what I learned in the last weeks or months, actually from my wife, is a category that I really liked, that is gratefulness.
Gratefulness. All right.
Gratefulness. There's a strong link, and I fully agree with my wife, and I've been thinking about it, between gratefulness towards somebody,
Right.
towards something, gratefulness, and your capacity
Mhm.
to generate metta. So to repeat again, if we feel grateful, somebody did like this for me, somebody did like this for society, somebody we are grateful for some experience, for to something, then it's more easy for us, also psychologically, Masu, it is more easy to generate metta. So I just want to introduce this category of gratefulness, which I like.
Oh, sorry, I mute. Okay. Yeah, that is gratefulness is really nice one. It's now modern psychologists and they are using um, gratefulness journaling techniques. So every night you can write journaling, and someone who is good for you, you can you can practice gratefulness by writing down. That's gratefulness journaling techniques.
Yeah,
It's very useful.
this writing down. I'm sometimes my wife says, please write down, write down. I'm so lazy, I don't do. I think I remember, but I don't remember. So
Yeah.
the counselor, the psychological counselor, she did an additional training with Masu, with some of your colleagues. They say, write it down, write it down, write it down. Here's my book, but I never write it down. But it's
Right, we should
okay.
write down. We have like kind of something like gratefulness and meters and everything. Like kind of this is Buddhist inspired journaling books that we call 高木 diary. 高木 diary. All the good things and all the gratefulness you can write it down in this book that I published in Myanmar. Our group, This Movement Zone, published in Myanmar. There's a gratefulness which you can write all of your gratefulness, all of your merits, that we call merit diary.
Yeah,
Merit.
the kings in olden times, Ashimpia, the kings in olden times, they keep the merit books.
Yeah.
Sa'o,
Yeah, this merit book.
Kusala
Yeah.
Sa'o.
Yeah. But
So
I
anyway,
use 高木 diary.
okay.
Yes.
So
Thank you. Thank you for your point.
this
Gratefulness.
is okay.
Yes. Gratitude journaling. Yes, correct. Gratitude journaling. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Good evening, Cynthia.
Evening.
Yes. Question is about our sociality. Before asking, may I request you? I have reading in the hemisphere of my brain in April, so I have difficult to I have difficult for me to speak, but I try.
If you
Question
have,
is,
if you have some difficulty, you can write it down in the chat bar. I can answer it.
yes, the question is the current situation in Myanmar. Many
Mhm.
people have lost their empathy, sympathy, and loving kindness.
Mhm.
How can we regain God awareness? There is today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that is nature. Nature. When we people, when we suffer, what happened? We anger. Um, when we suffer, we anger. What the Buddha said is that like dukkha vedana pachaya dosa. So that suffering, so that don't angry venerable. He angry when we're talking about metta. Okay, you muted. Thank you. And yeah, that suffering make anger for us. So in our country, situation is so tense, a lot fewer sufferings in the society, Burmese society. So it's quite difficult to cultivate the sympathy, as you said, and empathies and loving kindness is difficult. But don't worry, that is humanity. That humanities were never lost. I believe that. And we Buddhists believe that, when the art is nearly destroyed by the fires or something else, what happened? We compassionate each other and we help each other. At the end of the day, what happened? We that peoples are reborn as in reborn in the Brahma Loka. So yeah, this very time we are suffering. That's why we anger. We can't love each other. So of course, we need to promote it. Promotions of love. First, we need to promote the security. If the society is not secure, it's quite difficult to promote the love. The priority is security. Okay, Venerable Benedictor, you can ask question.
Thank you,
And
dear up here.
Thank you. Take
Thank
care.
you, Believer, for your fantastic presentation.
Right.
So we have many questions. So let me ask you in short. In Burmese Dhamma song, we can listen that the Buddha's lower spirits in Dhamma song, Chulu Yana Ba Malaye Lu Arong is, yeah. I hope you already listened that, right? Low spirits. Yeah, I think the opposite of loving kindness is hatred. We learned that, right?
Yeah.
But I think our people, maybe nobody can love stranger more than their associated one, right? Their love is depends on nepotism, tribalism, racism, anything. Yeah. So my question is, how can we make it less or reduce our just like nepotism, racism, tribalism? I think to love somebody we never met is, I think, almost impossible because sometimes when someone abuse us among the people, we can't say it. Let bygones be bygones. We can't say that in our soul, always running. So how can we make it less or reduce that ego? Yeah, this is my question.
First, we human beings are negative bias. So when we try to consider something, we start thinking about the negative side of the thing. So even when we are trying to radiate our loving kindness to maybe like to Myanmar, from Uganda to Myanmar, so what happened? You start thinking about the negative guys in your mind, then appearing these negative, and then I have that experience, you know. I'm trying to radiate my love and kindness to my country. So as I said earlier, don't try it. Don't push yourself to love someone. Don't push it. Be natural. Be natural. Is this okay not to love someone? This is our humans, as I said earlier, this is our human universal emotion. We're gonna hate someone, we're gonna angry with someone, we're gonna love someone. If you can't love,
Yes.
it's okay, stay okay. Don't push yourself, because firstly you need to love yourself. You need to love. If you love yourself, you don't push yourself to like love this someone hater person. So firstly, you love yourself. Don't push it.
Yeah.
It's okay. That is neutral. If you feel anger toward him, agitated to him, it's okay. You calm yourself and you say it's okay. That's the nature feelings. That's the natures of the human being. Then you're gonna calm and calm
Yeah.
first. Then later, you can think about how about the loved one? How many love people? How many close friends you have? Then you can send loving kindness toward them. Then again, at the end, after sending all the loved one, you try to touch that specific persons that you can send loving kindness. You try to touch. Then if you can, okay, come again. Stay away. The next day, you can try in that way, day by day, day by day. Maybe we can double up. Or may not. Who cares? For me, I don't care about that because I know we need to love the all being. I know, but I need to love myself also. So I try not to do like kind of toxic positivity that she said. I try not to toxic myself. That's the more important, Manama. I hope you happy.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you very much.
Manama, we see that.
Another
Manama,
not as a question, but answer thinking that
thinking
we
about.
we talk about the sending loving kindness to someone. It is
Yeah.
difficult to send loving kindness. It's loving kindness. One day, in our one day, I had experience that one of our Siamaji was in hospitalized. Our student group cannot go and get some present, but one of our colleagues, lady, she going to there and she said, "What would you like to give? What would you like to pay someone?" Our monk said, "Okay, say Siamaji that we send loving kindness for her to be healthy very soon." So the lady went to the hospital.
The lady went to hospital and Beneva, where did you go?
Yeah. Connection problem.
Connection, yeah. See, Beneva, you come back? Okay. Oh, he gone. Here, Emu say, as a mental health worker, she will say, I'm consider self-reflections and self-care as ethical responsibility. That's true. That is the counselor ethic. If I reflect ourselves regularly and found something is blocking, so distracting, firstly, I meet with my supervisor and discuss about it that we need to do, sure. And then I have to make up my mind whether to continue my counseling sessions or not. If the answer is no, then I use refer assistant that we need, the most important thing. If not, you're gonna hand yourself. I'm not sure that I answer one of the participant question, but yeah, I think you're talking about that variables. Yes, that your way is good. We need to do that. Thank you, Imu. Yeah, we need to do it. That is counseling at the.
To raise hand. Huh? Hello. You raise hand.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, take it.
Yeah. Hello, Kumo. Thanks for interesting talk, and moderator brought interesting questions as well. Kumo, I like to make I don't know, making one suggestion. When you yourself and Thomas talking about love, okay, metta, universally loving kindness, then metta on a personal level, not at the high end metta like craving and tana. I don't think it's really fair. When we talk about I love you, I like you, we still have this responsibility thing. Yeah. We are not loving every Dick and Tom. Yeah. Someone you like, you are fond of. So I think I would suggest we consider metta at different levels, different categories. As ourselves layperson, we cannot go that high, the universal, selfless, all these high-end love. But still, as a layperson, I liked your word when you say sincerity. And Thomas also said gratefulness. I think when we have these ingredients, our love also is not bad, Kumo. It's not always greed and craving, right?
Yeah. I think metta doesn't need to be perfect. Metta is bearings or imperfection. So metta doesn't need to be perfect.
So in that case, you should recognize our kind of love as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just craving and greed or no tana all the time, but we have this good, sincerity and responsibility and genuinity, true.
We may say like in Pali word specifically that is called piya. Piya means something love.
Piya.
It's kind of love. But
Piya.
why we don't talk about peers and why we were talking about metta is that piya just kind of love is the Pali saying is that piya jati ko soko. Piya jati ko soko means piya born the worries and grief, like your worriness, your anxiety, your grief are born by the peer, born by love. So that's why we Buddhists are trying to end these things. That's why we much more emphasize on metta, which combined with sila, samadhi, panya. Yeah, piya to jayati
Thank you, Pomo.
soko. Piya jati
Probably
ko.
English, they don't have enough vocabulary.
Yeah.
It's hard to differentiate.
Yeah,
Love.
Togo also have in Burmese. But when we saw that, I lost connections and current. I think you couldn't finish.
Okay, let it be money. Well, I just
Almost back.
Issue, but now many people want to ask. Okay, you first. Hey, move.
Yeah.
Move.
Jim
Portion only. Can you answer the? Hey, move. Hey, move. Can. Let's stop. Wait.
Yes. Just
Can I have
comment.
time?
Just comment. It's finished.
Venerable Nandacara, can I have time to discuss?
Sorry. Come
Can
again?
I have time? Can I have time to discuss?
Sure. Why not?
Yes. Actually, recently I thought personally you deliver a lecture about the topic. Then the next session is a question and answer. I thought. Oh, here now we didn't listen to your the topic.
Alright.
Anyway, thank you for your effort. I have a different perspective about the psychotherapeutic value of loving kindness. Nowadays, it is obvious. The expression of loving kindness is gradually diminishing. We can clearly see. And it brings civil war and global war. Another country is jealousy one another, and but I think cultivating appreciative joy is sometimes even more challenging. I think it is difficult to cultivate appreciative joy than loving kindness. Loving kindness. In Myanmar people, when people in Myanmar are cultivating loving kindness, may all BNB pre-plan, may all BNB pre-plan suffering, but except my neighbor. So it is a part because of jealous or envy. Because I think in my view, loving the opposite of loving kindness is anger. Anger arises in him, in you, in me is obvious or gross. It's gross. Appreciate the opposite of appreciative joy. Appreciative joy is envy. Or jealous, or envy or jealous arise in me, in you, in him, or someone is subtle. It is not. It is not aware. It is not. It is not easy to aware. To aware. So, from the psychological perspective, it is difficult to aware the envy or jealous, and opposite of appreciative joy. So I think it is cultivate appreciative joy than loving kindness from the psychological perspective. So what do you think about the Venerable Nandacara? I want to know your idea as to the in this regard.
That's researchable. That's good. Researchable. And all right, come to your question. And we can't, that is, I can't say directly which can't like mudita first, after that metta. Then why they're saying metta, karuna, mudita, upeka? Is that hierarchy or something? Is that going step by step? Or should we count mudita first and later metta and karuna? So I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, venerable. We need to study about it. But I love your idea. That is recitable. That's a good question. I love your idea. But another thing is that metta, karuna, and I hope this question gonna cover stellar, because this answer gonna cover stellar question. She's talking about compassion and loving kindness at the same time. So karunas and mudita, they have the different object, or maybe like different focus. Karuna is focused on someone else suffering, someone else suffer, someone else pain. Mudita is focused on someone positive side, good side of the another people and ourselves. And Metta is kind of willingness to have peace and willingness to have happy of the someone else. So we have different focus. So yeah, if you can think about the positive side of the positive, as you said, your neighbor, if you can think about the positive side for your neighbor, you can love him. You can send loving kindness toward him. At the same time, if you can love your neighbor, you will see the positive side of your neighbor. Vice versa. So, but I love to study your point that Brahmavihara is going hierarchy or not. I think this is for Masu also. That is a good point to do research for you. Like Brahmavihara, therefore is hierarchy. It should be go step by step or not. You not note it down. That's an important question. Yeah. Thank you, Venerable. Venerable. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Venerable Nandacara.
The first one is
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for forgotten to introduce myself. This is Razinyas. I'm Sidiku Kirumadi Buddhist Academy, Tangu.
All right. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Xianfeng will raise his hands first.
Yeah,
Xianfeng will.
He good just right now. He's just okay just right now.
The Filian lah, Filian.
I'm done.
Filian. Okay,
Filian.
Filian.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah. Hi, Filian. You can ask.
Yeah, my question is against from the other's question. Because so whenever I said loving kindness to beloved one, who I love the most, then in the Buddha's teaching, metta or loving kindness should be pure, right? So whenever I send loving kindness to my beloved one, I cannot send it without attachment. So how can I handle it?
I'm not clear your question. You mean like if you send loving kindness to your loved one, easy to get attached?
Yeah, I cannot send it without attachment.
Oh, right. So then you can follow the Buddha ways from the Visuddhimagga. What they're saying is sending loving kindness towards the neutral person. Neutral. Start with the neutral. Then later you comes and your glaciers and your attachments, and then finally you can send to the loved one, and you can send even to the haters one. So I think that is the Visuddhimagga's way.
Oh, thank you, teacher.
Yes, Venerable.
Okay, any mem?
The next
Miss
one is
Aiming.
Aiming.
Mem.
Aiming.
If you don't mind, to turn on your video. Long time no join.
Yeah, Lauren, no join. Sorry, yeah. I'm busy, yeah.
Okay. He is
And
from you. You
yeah.
introduce us a little bit.
Yeah, I'm currently living in the United States of America, right now in New York.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this conversation for a long time, but I'm really happy to join it again. But honestly, I joined it late today.
We start with him.
Yeah, I'm in the first, right? Speaker of your virtual engine, right? Okay, anyway, yeah, my question is, I'm really a bit confused. The metta is really work. Because, okay, Yeah, sorry, I joined late because therefore I didn't hear what you have presented today, but I realized that you are talking about metta or loving kindness, right? So what I'm confused is that metta is really work. Because, okay, let's talk about our country situation, Burma, right? Now what is happening in Burma. So in Burma, there's hundred thousands of Buddhist temples, right? And in Nanri, I'm sure they all generate loving kindness every night, especially when they, worship the Buddha. And then in Burma, you know, 2 out of houses generate loving kindness, especially before they go to bed, right? Worshiping the Buddha. The most specific thing is that in 2007, right, the civil revolution, thousands of Buddhist monks marched on the street and they generate loving kindness. So I mean, metta now, compared to generation loving kindness in Burma and the situation happening in Burma, I feel the outcome is totally different. So what I want to ask is that is metta really work or we are doing wrongly? Please.
That's a good challenge. Well, first, we need to think about, are we cultivating mettas or, are we cultivating mettas or are we chanting metta? That is different, right? Most of us are chanting metta in different way, like chanting mettas by chanting the Karaniya Mettacitta and some are chanting like, I don't know, when we were young, we were chanting like Long So Mya, that's this thing, we are chanting. But chanting is not enough. It's not wrong. It's not wrong, but it's not enough. Meter should be cultivated. That's why they are saying bhavana. Bhavana is cultivations. So not for meditating, just it should be because our altitude. So are we start thinking with metta? That's important. When we are trying to deal the problems, are we start trying to deal with metta or with karunas or with anger? That is the most important. Again, firstly, I can say here also in the comment, what Venerable say is wrongly, maybe yes, misuse of the metta, or maybe how to say, not enough of practicing metta, rather than we are chanting. And another thing is that, that's my thinking. Metta can enter the metta bhavanas, or these bhavanas can enter the concentrations category. So samadhi level. Before that, we have the basic thing is sila. First, we should have kind of ethical standard that we call sila. Sila is the kind of ethic, maybe in our society. First, we need to build the ethics. Without these ethics, how we can practice, how we can love each other. For example, in my country, we have like, as you say, kind of problems back in 2007 and back in 2021, you know. Obviously, these problems are not because of we are lacking the metta, just because of the lack of ethical things, They didn't follow their ruler should have their ruler at the government should have their government at the they follow. They didn't follow, and then that happening like this. So I think first we should come sila, then develop. After having the good foundations or ethic, then we can practice samadhi level plus mettas and this and that. Then that will be really good foundation for cultivations of metta. I believe in that way. I hope you got my point.
Yeah, to my understanding, yeah, and we Burmese, especially Buddhists, they prefer chanting, not applying honestly. Metta is not to chant honestly, but very lack of applying, right? So we should share this knowledge to Burmese, Buddhists.
With due respect, I would say Metta is chanting plus practicing. I don't deny the chanting because of my experience. Sometimes I can't cultivate Metta, but I just chanting and concentrate on my verbally actions, and then I comes. My mind is still coming. But I still kind of laughter. But at least I can calm myself by chanting Metta. So chanting also undeniable. My perspective, yeah. But ultimate aim is to practice, not just mere chanting. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you
let me contribute your question. I also thinking about that. Most of our participants are from the academic field, where we should do the research that Mr. Inime question.
Midnight walks and all.
Really work or not. In this case, in my society, I usually explain three kinds of loving kindness. Kayaka metta, vasika metta, manoga metta. Loving kindness or bodily action, Monday, bhave action, Monday action. Bhave, loving kindness, not innate. We have to cultivate, we have to practice. Bodily loving kindness too. Recently, my mind is not so convenient that I encounter the experience. Every morning, I used to walk around my dumbbell. One day, there was a puppy, street dog.
Okay, street dog.
She looking for the razor for the, how to say, the person who take care. So I don't accept. I don't take him. I don't have to take him. That very many bad sequence from the straight talk from the body. So I recited Mettacitta walking, maybe about 40 minutes. 40 minutes. The puppy is following me. Okay, I cannot, how to say, let him go back or just walking or reciting. I don't stop my reciting. The puppy following until to my monastery. I don't take it. I just leave. Okay, you go your way. This is your own karma. I can't accept you as my puppy, as my dog. So in this situation, I feel discomfort. I cannot practice practically metta. So if we accept there will be many dog, so in this case, in our academic field, just I want to highlight that we send loving kindness to someone. Let's say we are sender, we are giver. They are recipient who receive our present. So the recipient can get or not our loving kindness. Have you ever experimented in such a case? Do you have any research?
I don't. Research on that. My experience is that when I was young, maybe around 20s, at the time I'm the layman, I'm not a Buddhist monk. But maybe I was a religious guy at that time. When I fight with my girlfriends, what I did is, I just chanting Karaniya Mettacitta. I just chanting because I don't want to fight with her, and maybe because I scared. So at least I'm not ruminating, and I'm not like my there is no conceptual qualifications or there is no extension. So that's stuff and that like if I can't call her, so maybe like she blocked me, so I just chanting Karaniya Mettacitta. So then at least I didn't do any mistakes and just calm myself and not thinking anymore, not fearing anything. So that's what I did. Yeah, it's funny and it's embarrassing.
Thank you for your sharing.
Don't put on Facebook.
Thank you for your sharing. It is a good technique to avoid the arguing each other.
Yeah, just chanting.
Yeah. So is there
So
any
we had
question?
many novel or many articles in Myanmar. They express their experience that when they practice loving kindness to their boss, they were free from blaming from the boss, such as.
Yeah, we
And
are.
this one also we believe that, but are not systematically doing research,
Yeah.
It interest they can do. This one is a, let's say, research gap.
Yeah, I think we can study like anthropological approach and maybe social science approach. That would be nice.
Any question? No, he can. Any comment or question? If someone want to ask, raise your hand. If no raising hand, we will discuss as accordingly. Nandacara.
Thank you. I have no question. What about? I have to say something.
Okay.
I'm very happy to listen to today's talks because we are talking about loving kindness on auspicious days. Very nice day. We should talk about every week about Metta, Karuna, Mudita. These are very effective for our environment. That is why I really like this talk. And here I want to say something. I want to add something that is, that related to the first question. That metta does work or not, that this attitude. Actually, it does work, because in Myanmar, we chant Karaniya Mettacitta. However, they don't have any metta, just chanting. They cannot love themselves. We are not able to love ourselves as well. We don't know how to love ourselves as well. If so, how to love others as well. If we cannot love ourselves, we cannot love others as well. That is the main problem for all of us. I assume like that. First, we should love ourselves. Maybe there is a kind of, this definition is like that. May I be safe or may I be free from suffering. Instead, how to love ourselves is, I am very good. I am very smart. I am good enough. That kind of inner voice, that kind of vocabulary we should use. Mostly we are using the word, I'm not good enough. Then we criticize ourselves. Self-criticism a lot in our mind, in our voice. That is the main problem. Now we should consider ourselves, how to say ourselves that I'm not good enough, I still need to do more, and so on. That is a kind of hating ourselves, not loving ourselves. Loving ourselves means we should appreciate ourselves. That is a kind of mudita, appreciative joy. Instead, we blame ourselves like this. We never love ourselves. We don't know how to love ourselves and how to love others. That is the main problem, and something like that. Sometimes, we make a mistake, then we criticize ourselves right away. I'm not good enough. I made a lot of mistakes. That kind of thing. In that case, we should forgive ourselves by compassion. We should accept it by mindfulness or compassion and so on. That is why we cannot love ourselves. Loving ourselves means we should appreciate our good things, or we should forget our mistakes and so on. That kind of thing. That is why in Myanmar, we chant Karaniya Mettacitta. However, we don't know how to love ourselves. Then we don't know how to love other people as well. Then how to send the loving kindness, how to treat others by compassion or by appreciative joy. We don't know that, because the main problem is, in Myanmar, for ourselves also, we cannot give it Dhamma talk about loving kindness, how to apply loving kindness, how to love ourselves. No one talk about in Myanmar. Just how to, if you chant Karaniya Mettacitta 30 times or 100 times or 1 month, you will get something that kind of. Then we are talking about. Actually, we can apply ourselves, in our home and environment as well. We never teach, we never talk about the loving kindness in the applicable way. We never apply this. I assume that is why there is the main problem. Chanting is, yes, Venerable Nandacara said, this is undeniable. Chanting is. Actually, chanting is a kind of, reminding ourselves, reminding how to love ourselves, how to serve others. We should cultivate loving kindness and so on. Chanting is a kind of, reminding. That's a kind of reminder. We need chanting as a reminder, but we should apply as well. If we know how to love ourselves, that is a kind of, loving kindness. That is genuine loving kindness, authentic loving kindness. First, we should learn how to love ourselves. That is my attitude. Okay.
That's what we are talking about the whole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But maybe it's like this. That would be a little bit easy for us to remind them to, okay, you have to love each other.
Yes.
You hate each other if the country is good. But this time, it's quite difficult to remind them.
Yes. But one thing I'm seeing is in Myanmar, most of our monks cannot preach about loving kindness. We need a kind of approach. We need a kind of strategy. I think so. We have love or loving kindness. However, we don't know how to, cultivate, how to share the loving kindness, how to teach them the method, the approach we need. I assume that.
One thing, just before yesterday, we were talking about this. Why we Buddhist monks don't know how to show the love? Why we Buddhist monks don't know how to teach the love to someone else?
We never learned in our monastery, in our learning life. We didn't learn that how to love or just chant this Karaniya Mettacitta. We never write any article, any essay about loving kindness. Just loving kindness, just knowing a few things.
Yeah.
That's the main problem, education system.
And then, Venerable, another thing is that the basis or elements of loving kindness is, Venerable, I believe that habilitation.
Yes.
Habilitation, we are acknowledging the needs and difficulties of someone else, someone emotion, someone needs.
Yes.
So we need to validate this. So in our I don't know, in your temple, but most of the traditional Burmese temple, especially that younger novices, they don't have emotional validation.
Yes.
Receive from their elder. Then you just do it. This is good, just do it. This is not good, don't do it. Just like rules and regulations without acknowledging their emotions. And that's why when they become the vulnerables and the most vulnerables, difficult to become a salt. But we are very rational. Another hand, maybe like we are so we have a lot of panya, but another side is karuna. We should grow together, karuna.
Yes, right. We should grow together, karuna and panya. Yes, right.
Hello, Bende. Can I join your discussion because
Welcome.
Welcome. We are
almost all of your discussion about the metta, loving kindness. So how to send or something like that. Metta is okay or not, something like this. And in my opinion, I think mudita also very important. So in our country is big. There's numerous reason to pipe. So and then we cannot discuss only loving kindness. So we make a scope because even our academic area, so we think that so we are scholar, but we couldn't appreciate who are successful or something like that. I saw many posts. They think they are scholars, so and they are, I think, a kind of jealous. So that's why they can. How can I send meta? How can I how can I say? How can I send meta without mudita? So that's why I think we need to cultivate mudita, apathetic drive, to be perfect, applying mudita, loving kindness. So because
let Yama Viharas better, no?
Yeah, exactly.
Only
Because
better.
Sayado, or our teacher, or including me, so we are just teach how to send loving kindness, metta bhavana. We never talk mudita bhavana, something like that. I think mudita is very important to be unique community. So Myanmar is big, so shall we cultivate ourselves? So we should appreciate our friends, something like that. So that's my opinion. I think Buddha is also very important to be perfect sending loving kindness. So
yeah, for at least we need to have self-appreciation, appreciation to the elders.
So only within this growth, we can appreciate each other. Thank you, Venerable.
We are, yes. Why don't we start from this? And right now with these people.
Comment in comment section box.
Okay.
So we can say, no, Brahma Vihara, practice into Brahma Vihara, metta alone, not a net. Because another one, just now, Venerable Dekha, they point out, as a religious leader, we should also think of the strategy how to cultivate loving kindness ourselves first, and how to teach our little body as a second. Another point that how to say in English and Myanmar, Lotaya Brahmya. I think the religious Dharma cannot solve every problem, my opinion, no? And not going into the politics, but whenever we encounter some difficult situation, we want to, how to say, adjust with religious criteria. We want to show the jet door.
Trying to give
this one, not face to every situation.
I do agree, yeah. Because I'm the big fan of Yuvenua. That's why I do agree. So we can't give answer for every problems of the country from the religious point of view. We can't give the answer for that. If we are trying to give answer all the time from religious point of view, this problem from religion, that problem from that religion gonna ham one day.
Overload.
That's why I think the Buddha even didn't try to give answer the social problems of his time. Individual problem, of course, he tried to give answer for them. But social problems, rarely see, you know.
No
Here
answer
talking
is a
about,
kind of answer. No
sorry?
answer is a kind of answer. Or sign line is also a kind of answer.
Sure,
They're
sure.
solving the problem. The sign lines is solving the problem. Sign lines not answering also solving the problem sometimes. The Buddha
Yeah.
did this.
Abhyagata question.
Yes, Abhyakara questions. This is a kind of answering, you know.
Answering.
People said that the Buddha never answered. More, this is a kind of answering. Yes.
I feel like Buddhism is, it's like a bed, you know, beautiful bed. Beautiful beds are just, they comes and they take a rest on the trees. Then what made the tree is, oh, the tree have a lot of beautiful birds, and so the tree make beauty. That make the beauty of the trees and beauty of the environment. We're not trying to change their, we're not trying to get, or we're not trying to change that specific forest. We just comes and live in the forest. That make the forest beautiful. Something
Hey,
like.
by the way, another way to change that. What you want to say?
Easy, like.
Last week, speaker talk about new religion, beer.
Bố bảo là gì là bài ở trong này. I don't understand what is that.
I didn't notice, no? What do you mean by that? Last week, Bhikkhu Kesara, he talked about the abstract idea.
Abstract, yeah.
Yeah, silence bit answer. I like. That's also Buddhism is we are very alert or in the country. Our role is very alert.
Very little.
Yes, very little. Cannot solve empty. I think our develop or thinking or develop it is very low. We can change by our religion. We cannot change by mindset, by our set. That's why we cannot change our country. That's why we change fast by ourselves.
Yes.
Now, Venerable Tawaku, he pay opportunity to change ourselves in religious society. I am very appreciated for the founder.
Thank you, thank you. Come and join every week and discuss.
Okay. Okay. My friend, yes, sir. Invite me. My friend, yes, sir.
Happy birthday. Thank you for your participation.
Thank you. Thank you. Also, speaker is also very popular. I know that's it. Thank you for your sharing knowledge.
I would like to say thanks to speaker. So today, a presentation is very insightful, and I really enjoy your presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, wonderful. Actually, it's not presenting or it's not preaching. It's not lecturing even. It's just sharing what I believe is and what I know.
Quite different from previous week. Quite different from previous weeks. That's why Mr. Bongwei, he thought you were giving talk at first. Later we will have the Q&A session, but very differently. Question answer.
Yeah.
That's another kind of talk, another kind of
Tamar discussion. Tamar dialogue. Metta dialogue.
Either way, I post already, no? Most of you know already, no? We are accrediting the Wagu passion. No more talk, no? No more talk. No more free talk.
We have to pay. We have to pay.
Sorry?
If no free talk, do we have to pay?
No pay, but yes, you must pay attention.
All right.
Anyhow, good.
Shall we witness
Good.
the
What?
same thing? Sorry. Yeah, whenever Paul way come again.
As I earlier discussed recently, with Sakana, discussed about the Mudita. As I earlier discussed. Here, I have the most important to observe. I think it should be here observed to forget, to don't forget that we have been living the mystery of age or era, mystery of age. All the four age we have been living in Pali language, Kali Yuga, the mystery of age. I think rather than trying make it better, we have to maintain it as so it get worse. I think so. Because we have been living the mystery of age in Pali language, Kali Yuga. So it is difficult. It is difficult to better than that. So we should try to maintain it. We should try to maintain. I think Bandevo, all the Bandevos.
Thank you. Yes, I also believe in that way. From my psychological point of view, that we say jealous and like kind of any appreciations, or we don't deny it. It's okay. You're gonna jealous. That's because of you are a human being. You're gonna jealous. That's the nature. Okay, welcome. You get jealous, but the more you jealous, that more you suffer. That we also need to know that suffer for yourself first, and later, the other gonna suffer because of your jealousy. You are evil. So, but we're not denying. We are not denying. It's okay. It's okay to be jealous. But you should know, at least I'm being jealous. You should know yourself, because that will harm you. Not today, maybe tomorrow, or maybe one day, that's gonna harm you. That has a lot of side effect. So we in psychology, we don't deny someone's negativity. Instead that we make them aware of that. Okay, I have these things. We just make aware of that. If we denying, oh, jealousy is no good, don't jealous to our, you should love and you should see the positive side of the other. It's not easy to have it. It's quite difficult. Firstly, we need to know, okay, jealousy as jealousy. In my mind, I have jealousy, that's jealousy. It's not good. It will make harm me and my friends or someone else. Then later, after acknowledging his jealousy, he gonna find a good way. Then mudita can replace that jealousy. In this way, we don't belittle. Also, that's kind of appreciation, appreciating your negativity. We don't say appreciation, how to say it? Yeah, acknowledging your negativity. That's why I love Venerable Dine Hanks. It's so gentle to touch our negativity. Sometimes we are very harsh to touch the negativity of ourselves. We need to be gentle. That's really so fragile. So we need to gentle our loba. We need to gentle with our dosa, our moha. We need to gentle because they are really tense, easy to broken, easy to blast. So have to gentle. That is kind of self-love. Thank you. Thank you so much.
In this case, I had that one experience. When I was young, I paying respect to the Buddha and chanting. I looking at the Buddha image. At the time, very bad thought, very bad thought come to my mind.
Right.
Why? I hate myself. Why I thought such a thinking? Why I have such a thinking? After a while, oh, this is not my thinking. oh, this is not my wish. I cannot control. I got realized such a nature. Oh, I cannot control every time. That I got the release.
How old were you that time?
Maybe that when I was in IDVNU, maybe about 30, 20, about 20, 30, about 30. That I got the realization that, oh, I cannot control my mind.
That case is interesting. That case is interesting. I have collected that kind of cakes, more than 600 cakes. I have my
Oh,
data collection, like you, have been like this, toward the Buddha statues or toward the Buddha's image, everything like that. I collected data more than 500. That's kind of
yeah.
OCDs, religious OCDs or something like that. Instructed thought. So it just appear when I'm doing Abadidesana with my master. I want to hit or something, I'm really angry with him. So just doing Abadidesana with him. But angry or want to kill or something like that. Then I repeatedly thinking about this and I feel guilty. Why I do like this to my master? Like this. That's kind of OCD. Especially we see in religious belief. I have more than 500 or 600 cases. I collected data.
Oh, like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe everyone has such a experience.
Okay, by the way, Ciaro, can I say something?
Yeah, many things you can say.
Because of time. Yeah. For this tonight, about love and kindness. That's mean I think most of the people cultivate love and kindness. But on the other hand, for a ascetic view, how should we get or how should we take from other loving kindness? According to Pali was like Buddha Samisi or Midda Hankanami, something like that. This is also very important. That's mean we should get or we should take from others cultivating loving kindness. This is also very important then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because in tonight, most of the people ask you many questions concerning what cultivate not real, something like that. So in my point of view, how many people in Myanmar currently and take or get loving kindness from ordinary people or the cost person? Okay, in this way, I would like to ask you, Ciaro Nandacara, please.
How many people? We don't have research and how we can find it out. How many people?
Yes,
That's difficult.
yes. Because most of the people confuse or misunderstand and take loving kindness from the sangha or somewhere or something like that. Yeah, and then so this is also we should discuss this one.
But you mean people are expecting loving kindness of the Mahasangha?
Yeah,
from the
I mean,
yeah. We say we receiving loving kindness from other.
Yeah,
of course.
Receive your loving kindness. Please send loving kindness.
Because
Please.
most of
Like this.
the people focus on cultivate loving kindness, but how can we certain or how can we accept loving kindness for others? Yeah,
Receipt.
Yeah.
We are trying to send them only. We forget to receipt meta from other.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
We find out like this.
Me, I every time when I after sending loving kindness, at the end, I'm also cultivating some kind of what you say receiving loving kindness
Mm.
of the other people. So I just thinking like that. Like me, there's a lot of mm, like a lot of noble persons and a lot of good venerable sending loving kindness toward the all living being, or maybe my loved ones, my mom and my master. They also sending loving kindness toward me every day. So I just thinking about this, and I consider, okay, I receive this loving kindness of those venerables and religious and the devotees. And then at the end, I do, may I be happy, may I be safe, may I be peace. Do like this. That is my practice. I don't know about the other.
Okay, Danny, let me say something. I will also participate.
Do it.
How to receive loving kindness from others? For example, the Buddha have equal loving kindness. His son Rahula or Devadatta. The Buddha gave loving kindness to the Devadatta also. However, Devadatta never received the Buddha's loving kindness. The Buddha's loving kindness equal to all. That is one case. Because, Devadatta is always considering, to destroy the Buddha, to kill the Buddha. That is why he had no loving kindness at all. In his mind is very tense, full of angries. That is why he cannot receive loving kindness, no matter how the Buddha gave. That is one case. The other case, I want to say that in your environment, or you are living in a monastery, and some of the monastery or some of the meditation centers are full of loving kindness. They come in this area, and there most of the people are receiving loving kindness. From there, someone is very angry with. They are complaining a lot. Man, they complain a lot, so many things. Then they cannot receive any loving kindness. Is when only they don't receive the loving kindness. Is his mind is full of hatred or something like that. That kind of thing. To receive loving kindness, first we should clean our mind. We should cultivate loving kindness first. That is.
Receive loving kindness with loving kindness.
Yes, exactly. There's a kind of magnet, like that. A kind of magnet, If we don't have loving kindness, we cannot receive any loving kindness. That's a kind of online, You have to be online, meta online. You have to be meta online. If you are offline, you cannot receive any loving kindness.
Yes,
Yeah, we should go.
I do agree with you. I do agree with you. I have a heart, somewhat like a trust, like a trust, like.
Attrition.
Yes, like a trust, like.
You write on the message what you want to say. Like
that's why nowadays they are talking about manifestations and the practices. Have you ever noted about this manifestation?
Yes, I know very well. That's similar to the kind of thing. Manifestation, a kind of, we are doing online. We are manifesting our loving kindness. That's a kind of magnet. The other things coming into our life, that kind of attitude, manifesting.
Like
manifestations, very popular nowadays in the world.
So just like a truck, just like.
Exactly.
The only way to
also the law of karma, the law of karma.
Yes, the law of karma. Yes.
Now over down close.
Then I say thank you. Because
Thank you.
I want to thank especially for Masu for her thoughtful questions throughout today dialogues, and her gentle, skillful questions create such a warm and spacious atmospheres for reflections. And of course, audience, we can't forget the audience. Thank you for joining. with open hearts and curious mind. There's a lot of questions that make me happy. Your person, your listenings, and your willingness to reflect deeply have made this conversation truly alive today, maybe more than two hours. And Venerable Visuddha, the founder of TVG, thank you so much. Your visions and your commitment continue to create space for learning for me and ours and other venerables. Yeah. So midday is where we soon on Friday. So may we carry this spirit to loving kindness and not just talk, not just conversation, but into our life, our speech. So and may your practice of metta become refuge for ourselves and a life for others. Thank you once again, Venerable. Thank you all. Shall we chant? I would say. Yeah, shall we chant it?
Thank you for coming
Thank you,
today.
Venerable Nandacara.
You, Venerable.
Thank you, all the venerables.
Later do
Buddha,
Siddhan Data do, Buddha Sasana, Siddhan Data do, Buddha Sasana, Siddhan Data do. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Venerable Bandesa, bye bye.